Brendan here with Slingmods.com, and today we're excited to introduce our thermal R&D front exit catback exhaust system for the 2020 newer Polaris Slingshot. If you've been following the progression of the Polaris Slingshot over the years, then you probably know that Polaris switched from the 2.4-liter EcoTech engine used in the 2015 to 2019 Slingshots over to their 2.0-liter ProStar engine for the 2020 model year. Well, shortly after the release of their new engine, we launched two rear exit catback exhaust systems from Thermal R&D to bring the sound of that new engine alive. Our touring exhaust system, which exits down low, and of course, our sport exhaust system, which exits up high. Well, today we're happy to introduce our Thermal R&D front exit exhaust system for the 2020 newer models. This exhaust is a catback system and is 100% bolt-on, giving you that classic thermal exhaust note in a bite-sized package, and is offered in both a silver brushed finish as well as a black ceramic coated finish, taking your Slingshot exhaust note from this to this. Now, the guys over at Thermal aren't just slapping together some welds and crossing their fingers in regards to sound quality. They create the product and then test the harmonics with computer software and equipment until they virtually eliminate those annoying resonant frequencies that cause both drone and raspy exhaust notes. Then what we're left with is the most ear-pleasing front exit exhaust system we've tested to date. So now that you know what this mod is and what it can do for you, allow me to walk you through the installation process on our Shop 2022 Polaris Slingshot.
Start by opening your hood. Next, you can unscrew the 6 T40 Torx screws that attach the fender panel to the frame. And cut off this zip tie holding the hood release cable. Now, use a 10mm socket to unscrew this heat shield bolt, and then a 10mm wrench to unscrew and remove these two exhaust hanger bolts. So that you can slide this exhaust hanger off. Then take a 10mm socket and unscrew the bottom screw of the firewall heat shield. And then using a flathead screwdriver, unscrew and remove the hose clamp next to it. Now use a spring puller tool or vice grip pliers to remove the 4 springs connecting the cat to the muffler. Then pop off this top spring so that you can remove your factory heat shield, and then your exhaust. Now, before we install the new muffler, you'll need to first slide the exhaust clamp all the way onto the muffler until you feel it stop. Then slide the exhaust tip all the way onto the clamp until you feel it touch the muffler end. Now, we're not going to tighten down the hardware on the exhaust clamp just yet, in case we need to adjust the angle of the exhaust tip once installed on the Slingshot. Now, slide your new exhaust in the same way you pulled out your stock one. Reinstall your factory heat shield. And then reattach that top exhaust spring, followed by the 4 springs underneath, connecting your catalytic converter to your muffler. Next, you can tighten down your exhaust tip clamp the rest of the way, making sure not to over-tighten. Then reinstall that top heat shield bolt using a 10mm socket, and reattach your exhaust hanger reusing the factory bolts and your 10mm wrench. Then tighten down that lower heat shield bolt and reattach your hose clamp. Finally, we can re-secure your hood release cable with a zip tie and reattach your side panel in the reverse order you removed it.
So if a new front exit catback exhaust system is something you'd like to have on your 2020 or newer Polaris Slingshot, then be sure to head on over to slingmods.com today or click the link in the description below to grab one for your sling. And don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so I can keep you up to date on everything Slingshot. I'm Brandon, signing out. Till next time.